Drums beat from every corner of Okili. The smell of roasted yams mixes with fresh palm wine. Laughter bounces from hut to hut. Children chase each other with sparklers, and women dance in wrappers bright like the morning sun. A woman kneels in the middle of her compound, whispering prayers, her hands lifted. Her eyes are closed, lips steady. Behind her, a loud voice breaks the air. It's December, not a funeral. Come on, let's go. We haven't even left yet, and you're already calling angels. The others laugh. The youngest holds a bag twice his size and spins in a circle. No more school, no more chores. Christmas, here we come. I pack the chin-chin. Who packed the fufu? The woman stands slowly. Before we go, we must pray. December is full of surprises. Another laugh follows. Only surprise I want is chicken with extra pepper. Not this prayer again. Subheading 2. We don't need prayers, Mama. Hips. The eldest rolls his eyes. It's just a trip, Mama. We're not climbing Kilimanjaro. Stop it. Let her pray. Just one short one. 1 minute prayer won't change the road. The youngest giggles and copies a dramatic prayer pose. Father, protect us from potholes and bad snacks. Laughter fills the air again. The woman lowers her voice. December roads are not just dust and tar. Some roads wake when you forget who walks with you. Subheading 3. Farewell songs and a warning from the old hunter. Farewell songs rise as neighbors gather. Claps, waves, cheerful blessings. Come back with city bread. Don't forget our wrappers. As the family boards a rickety bus, a bent old man with one eye limps to the window. His walking stick taps the ground like thunder. Stay prayed up. This season remembers. He stares straight ahead, not blinking. The driver chuckles. Old people and their stories. Let's go jar. He honks twice and pulls off. Subheading 4. The bus of strange smiles. Inside the bus, a silent man clutches a Bible. A woman hides something under a thick wrapper on her lap. Another passenger keeps glancing behind, his leg bouncing fast. The youngest points at the bus door. Look, there's a strange sign there. What does it mean? No one answers. The driver whistles loudly. His smile is wide, but his eyes stay low. He never looks in the mirror. Subheading 5. Smooth ride, loud music, and a sharp turns. Music passengers clap and sing. The road stretches smooth like a blessing. Then, without warning, the bus turns, left, then right, then left again. Hey, why leave the main road? Shortcut. Don't worry, we'll reach faster. Tall trees replace buildings, the road narrows, mist begins to dance. Subheading 6, stop to pee, but the driver disappears. The bus stops. The driver hops out and walks into the bush. He didn't say where he was going. Maybe toilet break. Let's wait. 5 minutes. 10. 15. Someone knocks on the front window. Hey, driver, are you? No answer. No one inside. Subheading 7. There's no signal and no driver. Phones come out, one by one. No bars, dead battery, no network. Mine was full this morning. How? The woman clenches her wrapper tighter. We should have prayed. The eldest scoffs and marches to the front. Let me check the glove box. Maybe there's a spare key. Subheading 8. Blood words and a ghostly photo. The glove box creaks open. Inside, an old photo, brown and cracked. The driver stands in front of the same bus, but something's wrong. The back is stained red. Words are scrawled in uneven letters. He returns every December. A gasp. What does that mean? Who is he? Silence. Then the wind blows through the open window, whispering something no one understands. Mama Kemi never travels without fasting. At dawn, a woman kneels beside her calabash of water. She whispers softly, her lips forming words older than time. Her forehead is marked with white chalk. A red thread wraps her wrist. December is not just a month. It remembers. She touches the ground, then her heart. Her voice is steady. Let no evil follow us. Let no shadow ride with us. Subheading 2. Fola rolls his eyes at old beliefs. Sneakers shine under the morning sun. A boy whistles a city tune and spins around. We're going to Lagos, not heaven. He throws a bag over his shoulder. Mama, please. This is why people say village life dulls sense. The woman doesn't look up. Your pride will trip you before the road does. The boy waves her off. We'll be fine. It's a bus, not a battlefield. What's prayer got to do with tires? Subheading 3. Tenny packs quietly, watching everyone. A girl folds clothes into a neat square. Her eyes shift between her mother and brother. She sighs, then unzips her bag again. A small Bible slips into the corner. She zips it back and whispers to herself, better safe than sorry. Subheading 4. Lady dances with joy over chicken and chin. Laughter echoes. A small boy runs around the compound, waving a bag of chin-chin. I'm going to eat all Uncle's chicken and take pictures with his big TV. He stops and laughs with a full mouth. The woman smiles gently and places her hand on his head. Go with joy, come back in peace. Subheading 5, a year of saving, 1 bag each. 4 bags sit by the wall, each one patched, each one heavy. Secondhand clothes, dried food, little coins wrapped in wrappers. The woman sighs. All this hustle just for 5 days of rest. The boy grins. City Christmas or nothing. Subheading 6. Don't go this December. The palm wine tapper warns. At the village gate, a man leans on a palm tree, eyes red from tapping all night. He waves his calabash. Don't go this December. Strange things walk with the wind this month. The woman pauses. Her hand touches the red thread. The boy laughs. Ignore him. Drunk again. The man points. Pray before you cross 3 rivers. December spirits hate laughter. Subheading 7. The bus called Irin Ayo arrives without sound. The bus rolls in without a horn. Dust rises, but the engine makes no sound. Its body is dull. No number plate. Only one word, faded on the side. Irin Ajo. The booking agent shrugs. It's the only one left. Take it or wait 3 days. The woman hesitates. Her lips move quickly. The boy climbs in first. Subheading 8. Mama Kemi's eyes narrow at the symbol on the door. Near the bus steps, a carved symbol glows faintly in the light. Cowrie shells form a twisted circle. The woman's eyes narrow. She steps back, whispers a short prayer, and climbs aboard. The boy chuckles. Mama, it's decoration, not a shrine. Subheading 9. Silent faces, hidden secrets. A man near the front grips his Bible tight. His lips move, but no sound comes out. A woman beside him hugs a large sack. It rattles quietly like bones inside. Another man near the back peeks through the window every few seconds, his fingers tapping his knee. Subheading 10. The doors shut and the drums fade behind them. The door slams shut. The engine hums. Drums from the village grow faint behind them. The woman looks back once. May the ancestors guide our journey. No one answers. Only the ticking clock and the low rumble of the unknown ahead. Shouts rise from the front. Passengers bang on the dashboard. Others kick the door. Somebody find the driver. He's not inside. Open the glove box. He's gone. The keys are gone too. A voice climbs above the panic. Everybody calm down. Let's think. He climbs onto a seat, arms wide. Panicking won't help. Maybe he stepped out to fix something. Murmurs fill the bus. A woman clutches her scarf. A man wipes sweat from his neck. The oldest woman whispers to herself, eyes closed. This journey is no longer normal. Subheading 2. Mist rolls in like smoke from an angry pot. A breeze creeps in. Then mist, thick like palm oil soup, slips between the trees. It climbs the windows, wraps the bus. Someone turns on a torch. It flickers once, then dies. Another reaches for his phone. Dead. Lady gulps hard. I think the forest is breathing. A soft rattling echoes outside. No one breathes. Subheading 3. They try to walk, but return to the same spot. A group steps out, determined. The eldest boy leads, machete in hand. We'll walk to the highway. It's not far. They disappear into the mist. Silence. 30 minutes crawl by. Then the group returns, sweating and shaking. No one speaks at first. We walk straight. We never turned. The bus is in front of them again. It can't be. It's not possible. A woman starts crying. This is a trap. Subheading 4. A tablet comes alive in the silence. Silence falls again. Until, ping, a glow. Lady's tablet blinks to life. No one touched it. A video begins playing. A reporter's voice crackles. Bus vanished near Ojela Forest. No survivors, December 19th. The screen shows a familiar bus. The same name, Irin Ajo. Gasps fill the air. That's this bus. That's this same road. Subheading 5. He takes a soul every December. A scream cuts the silence. They find the woman with the sack kneeling on the floor. She whispers to the bundle, rocking it gently. Don't be angry. We didn't forget you. We're feeding you soon. Tenny snatches the bag open. Inside, beads, cowries, cloth, a shrine doll with red thread around its neck. The woman sobs. He takes a soul every December. If we don't feed him, he chooses for himself. People step back. You brought this? Why would you carry a shrine? She grips the sack tighter. He finds who mocks the old ways. Subheading 6. The pastor stands at last. The silent man at the front stands. His voice is deep, clear. This is not a road. It is a mouth. It opens every December for those who forget to pray. He walks to the back, dips his finger in ash from the floor, draws a cross on the door. You must choose now, pride or prayer. Subheading 7. Panic breaks the peace. Someone shouts, I'm not dying here. He bolts out the door into the mist. Don't go. Too late. His scream comes fast. Then silence. A woman faints, another begins to wail. We're all going to die here. Arguments rise. Fear wraps the bus tighter than the mist. Subheading 8, Mama Kemi claps into midnight prayer. 3 claps. Sharp. Oluwa, Oludumare, Baba Miu. Old words echo. Yoruba prayers flow like water. Mama Kemi stamps her feet, others follow. Voices rise. Hands clap. Some weep as they pray. Spiritual songs shake the air. The mist trembles. A howl floats from deep in the forest. Subheading 9, Fola laughs, then walks into the dark. Mocking claps interrupt the chant. So this is your solution? Singing and clapping? He steps forward. You think noise will fix this? 2 men join him. We're finding the driver. You stay and chant if you want. He walks to the door. Mama Kemi reaches out. Don't walk away from protection. He pulls free. I walk with sense, not fear. They vanish into the trees. Subheading 10, Tenny clutches Mama Kemi's hand. Tenny drops beside her mother. I don't know if it's real, I don't know what's happening, but I'm scared. The older woman holds her hand tight. It's not about fear, it's about knowing where safety truly lies. The mist thickens again and the bus waits, silent watching. Forest splits the faithful from the doubters. The mist closes in tighter as Fola, followed by 3 men, marches deeper into the forest. Their torches flicker against the thick air, shadows dancing around them. The wind is still. No birds, no animals, just the pulse of the earth beneath their feet. Behind them, Mama Kemi, Tenny, Lottie, and 5 others stay by the bus, forming a circle. Their hands clasped together, faces resolute. The forest hums, a sound like a drumbeat in the deep, heavy and rhythmic. Tenny grips her mother's hand tightly. It's too quiet, too still. Mama Kemi doesn't open her eyes, her lips moving in prayer, but the sound of the forest is deafening. The trees seem to lean in, watching. Subheading 2, an old bus, a new terror, Fola's group stumbles upon something strange. At first, it seems like a pile of debris, a wrecked bus buried under moss and vines, but as they draw closer, they see it clearly. A rusted relic of the past, covered in years of neglect. Fola steps forward, lifting his torch. The bus is marked, carved into the metal, names. Tenny, Lottie, Fola, Pastor. A woman gasps. That's us. That's our names. The group stands frozen. The silence is suffocating. Subheading 3, we've been here before. A chill runs through the air. Fola turns, looking into the dark beyond. This isn't just an abandoned bus, it's their bus. A voice shakes in the darkness. We've been here before. All of us. One man begins to tremble. His hands shake as he stumbles back. We're not the first, we won't be the last. The trees shift, a whisper is carried by the wind. Names. Names from the past, always the same, always waiting. Fola's chest tightens. The air around them seems to close in. It's a trap, a cycle. Subheading 4, one by one they vanish. The forest shifts. A man screams, his voice echoing through the trees. He's gone. No time, no noise, just gone. Another man stumbles. Blood. A splash of red across a leaf. Gone. Fola looks around, panic grips him. Where's everyone? He spins in place, but the darkness is endless. A heavy footstep lands behind him. The sound of breathing, slow, labored. Fola freezes. He turns, his eyes wide, blood runs cold. A figure stands there, dark as night. The driver's uniform. But the face, oh, the face. His eyes are black, like pits of oil, empty, lifeless. The driver's eyes. Fola stumbles back. Subheading 5, back at the bus, prayers rise like thunder. Back at the bus, Mama Kemi leads the prayers. Her voice rises with strength. The rhythm of Yoruba chants fills the air, sharp and fierce like lightning in the storm. The pastor steps forward, his Bible held high, as fire and protection come from his words. Fire, protection, blood of the ancestors. The mist begins to quiver. It's afraid, shaking. The dark sky above them begins to tremble. The mist retreats a little, but not much. Subheading 6, Lady sees light, pushing the darkness back. Lottie's eyes widen. Look, the mist, it's moving. A golden beam of light shoots from the prayer circle. It pushes the dark mist back, inch by inch. Others look up, stunned. The woman with the shrine doll throws it into the fire. Her voice cracks. No more blood. No more killing. The fire crackles, swallowing the doll. Its flame dances with rage. The mist recoils, as if in pain. Back in the forest, Fola runs. His feet tear through the underbrush, breath ragged, blood dripping from his side. He doesn't dare look back. He just hears the footsteps behind him, heavy, relentless. The growl echoes behind him, low and throaty. A voice cracks through the mist. Mama. Fola sprints, heart pounding, the darkness closing in. The sound of chains rattling grows louder. Subheading 8, the spirit of December reveals itself. Suddenly, the shadow moves. A figure, more than a man, more than a beast, the driver's ghost. His face is burned, scarred, his eyes wide with malice. Chains rattle around his feet, dragging across the ground. The pastor whispers, "He was once a man. Greed turned him to this, a spirit cursed." The figure roars, his voice carrying the wind. "I warned them, pray or pay." The air crackles with energy. The spirit lunges forward, eyes glowing with fury. Subheading 9, Mama Kemi stands between her son and the spirit. Mama Kemi steps forward. No, she raises her arms to the sky, her voice like thunder. It echoes through the trees. "You cannot take what God covers." The spirit lunges, fury in its eyes, but Mama Kemi stands her ground. She doesn't flinch. The pastor steps beside her, pulling a white cloth from his pocket. He begins chanting in the ancient tongue, calling on their ancestors. His voice is a shield, blocking the spirit's path. Subheading 10, light explodes, and the forest screams. A great explosion of light erupts from their prayer circle, a force so strong that it sends shockwaves through the forest. The trees tremble, the ground shakes, the darkness is forced back. The spirit lets out a terrible scream, and its form begins to crack and burn. Ashes scatter in the wind, the forest quakes. The cursed path begins to collapse, trees crack, the earth shifts beneath their feet. Fola stumbles forward, bloodied, into the circle of light. He collapses into his mother's arms. It's over. The cycle is broken. A new dawn on familiar soil. The darkness lifts as dawn breaks. The mist, thick and consuming moments before, dissipates like smoke after a fierce battle. Sunlight pours through the trees, bathing the world in a warm, golden glow. Mama Kemi squints into the rising light, her heart still racing. She blinks, then gasps in disbelief. "We're not in the forest anymore," she murmurs, her voice barely above a whisper. They stand on solid ground, not in the cursed woods, but on familiar soil, just outside the city gates. The land seems untouched, normal, as though nothing had happened. The terror, the shadows, the forest, all gone. Subheading 2, the bus is perfect. In front of them, the bus sits neatly beside a city welcome sign, parked perfectly, pristine, undamaged. Not a scratch, not a trace of the struggle. It's as if it had never been lost, never disappeared into the forest. It's just waiting. Tenny steps forward, her voice barely audible as she gazes at the bus. It's like none of it ever happened. The others gather around, looking at the bus in stunned silence. The faded letters of the name Irin Ayo still shine under the new morning sun, but everything about it is normal. Too normal. Subheading 3, where's everyone? Fola scans the bus, his heart pounding. The woman with the shrine doll, the one who had whispered of the spirit, she's not here. The man who had run into the mist, he's not here either. Their seats are empty. Where's everyone? Fola mutters to himself. The others are just as confused. The driver isn't here either. The only passengers left are those who had stayed and prayed. Everyone else, the ones who had ignored Mama Kemi's warnings, are gone. No sign of them, no trace. Moments later, the police arrive, questioning the group. They checked every checkpoint and road. The bus had never passed through. It had simply disappeared. "It's like it was never here," one of the officers says, shaking his head. Not one trace of the bus on any map or record. Subheading 4, Fola sits in silence. Fola sits at the back of the bus, his hands trembling, his shirt torn. His mind is a blur, his body exhausted. He doesn't speak. His eyes are fixed on his shaking hands, as if he's trying to make sense of everything. He had mocked Mama Kemi's prayers, her warnings, and now he has no words left. Mama Kemi, noticing his silence, quietly walks over and places a hand on his shoulder. There are no words between them. She simply sits beside him, her presence enough to calm the storm inside him. Subheading 5, Tenny and Lottie watch their brother change. Lottie watches his older brother from the corner of his eye, concern written across his face. He leans towards Tenny and whispers, "Is Fola okay?" Tenny nods slowly, but watches her brother closely, her gaze soft yet full of understanding. "I think something broke inside him," Tenny says, her voice barely a whisper, but something else has healed. Fola stands up suddenly, as though he's come to a decision. He walks to the front of the bus, each step heavier than the last. He pauses, taking in the world around him. He looks down at his hands, still trembling. Then, without a word, he steps off the bus. Subheading 6, Fola kneels by the roadside. Fola stumbles to the roadside. He falls to his knees, head bowed, a tear slipping down his cheek. Now I understand, Mama, he says, his voice cracking with emotion. I understand. Mama Kemi appears beside him, her hand warm on his back. She kneels down beside him, their foreheads touching in a silent prayer. The world around them fades, and in that moment, they are united in their faith, in the understanding that only prayer had saved them. The mist, the shadows, the terror, it all makes sense now. Subheading 7, Pastor gives a final blessing. The pastor steps off the bus, his face somber. He looks at the family with a weary expression. The road is open now, he says, his voice low. But next December, another will forget. He lifts his hand as though to give a final blessing, but the words die on his lips. He turns his back to the group and walks towards the city. Before anyone can speak, he disappears into the bustling crowd, a figure swallowed by the world. Subheading 8, Reaching Uncle's house but changed. The family finally arrives at their uncle's house, greeted with open arms and warm smiles. The joy of being together again fills the air, but something is different. The weight of what they've endured lingers in their eyes. They hug each other tightly, but there's a deeper connection now, a bond strengthened by shared faith, by survival. Uncle looks at them, confused by the unspoken heaviness. What happened on the road? He asks. Fola stands, taking a deep breath. His eyes meet his uncle's, but they're different now. They carry the weight of understanding, of lessons learned through fear. We were reminded, Fola replies, his voice steady but filled with something profound. Subheading 9, Stronger, Wiser, Together. That night, the family gathers around the dinner table. Laughter fills the room as they share stories, but they all know this moment is different. This time they hold hands in prayer, their hearts united in a way they never were before. Fola leads the prayer, his voice steady and strong. Mama Kemi smiles, her eyes glistening with unshed tears. The whole family bows their heads together, stronger than they've ever been. Lottie, ever the playful one, lets out a chuckle. Next time we're flying, he says, and everyone laughs. But deep down, they all know, no journey is truly safe without the protection of prayer. The screen fades to black as their laughter echoes in the distance. December is more than just a month. The narrator's voice rises gently, filled with reverence. December is not just dates on a calendar, it is a door. Some open it with joy, others with pride, and pride invites shadows. The voice lingers for a moment, as if the weight of those words is meant to settle deep in the hearts of all who hear. A soft breeze carries the words into the quiet of the night, a reminder that what lies ahead can be more than what it seems. December, a time of celebration for many, is also a time of reckoning. The month does not care for the hearts of the unprepared. Subheading 2, Mama Kemi's voice becomes a village echo. The camera pans over a small, crackling fire, surrounded by villagers gathered in the evening. Their faces are lit by the glow of the flames. Children sit at their parents' feet, their eyes wide with curiosity, while the elders nod knowingly, absorbed in the quiet wisdom of the moment. Mama Kemi sits in the center, her voice steady but soft. It's not fear we need, it's respect, she tells the crowd, her words carrying weight. She looks at the children. The unknown is never to be feared, it is to be respected. The fire crackles as everyone listens. Even the youngest child can feel the seriousness in her tone. Her words seep into the air, taking root in their hearts. In that moment, Mama Kemi becomes more than just a mother to her own children. She is a voice of ancient wisdom for the entire village. Her words will linger in their minds for years to come. Subheading 3, Fola becomes a messenger. Fola now walks among the village boys and young men, the same ones who once laughed at his mother's warnings. He stands tall, but there's a quiet humility in his steps. You don't need to see spirits to believe they exist, he says one evening, gathered with the young ones. I didn't understand it either, but now I know there are forces greater than us, forces we cannot ignore. He pauses, looking at their eager faces, remembering the pride that once clouded his judgment. You don't need to understand everything, but you must be prepared. With that, Fola teaches them the prayer his mother had used to shield their journey, a prayer he now carries with him always. The same words that had saved them, words that will never leave him. Subheading 4, The Mystery of Irin Ajo remains. Tenny sits in front of a glowing screen late one evening, her fingers hovering over the keyboard. She types Irin Ajo into the search engine but finds nothing. No records of a bus company by that name. No contact information. Just emptiness. Lady, curious as always, peers over her shoulder. Was it real? He asks. Tenny frowns, shaking her head. I don't know. It's like it never existed. Fola, who's been listening from the doorway, steps into the room. He looks at them both, his expression heavy. It was real enough to nearly take us, he says quietly, his voice still carrying the weight of what they endured. His eyes meet theirs, a silent understanding between them. There are things beyond explanation, things that can't be found in search results or maps. But they are real, very real. Subheading 5, The Vanished Stay Forgotten. The man who ran into the mist, his name is never spoken again. The woman with the shrine doll who had whispered of the spirit's demands is forgotten by all who knew her. Not even her name remains. She was a warning, a figure who existed only to lead others to their fate. But for those who prayed, who believed, who respected the unknown, their memories remain intact. The lessons learned stay with them, woven into the fabric of their lives. Only the ones who took the spirit's path, those who chose to mock or ignore, are forgotten. The mist takes them, and the world moves on without a trace of their passing. Subheading 6, One Family Forever Changed. The trip they saved for became the test they never expected. But in the end, they returned, not just older, but wiser. As Mama Kemi reflects on the journey, she speaks softly, "We went to the city, but we passed through the spirit gate first." The family shares a look, understanding the true cost of their survival. They are forever changed. The road they took was not just one to the city. It was a journey of faith, of humility, and of respect. What they learned will guide them forever. Subheading 7, Closing words from the narrator. The narrator's voice returns, calm and steady, as the camera pulls away from the family, now walking together toward the horizon. The sun sets behind them, casting long shadows over the land. In December, the roads are full, but some paths lead beyond what eyes can see. The screen fades to black, and for a moment there's only silence. Then a soft, echoing whisper rises from the depths of the silence. Pray.